I want to work in the video game industry. Video games are my passion and nothing could be better than making them for a living.
I should warn you that the video game industry is a very competitive business.
The video game industry will let me express my creativity.
The video game industry is a business. Its main focus is to sell products to as many people as possible.
I want to bring my creativity and innovation to video games.
The video game industry does not exist to be creative. It exists to sell products at Walmart. Most shoppers at Walmart do not want innovation. They want a game that lets them shoot robot Nazi zombie Pokemons and jump on platforms.
The video game industry is a fun place to work. I read it in Wired. I've heard that you can keep action figures on your desk.
Have you heard about the constant stress and the 80-hour work weeks?
I've heard that you get free soda and snacks.
That's because it's what you eat for dinner. Your employers don't want you to go home.
I don't care. The game industry is a cool place to work.
You will make a low starting salary. If the game you work on doesn't sell, you will probably get laid off.
I don't care. I'm young.
Game development is not all fun and games. The work can be very difficult and tedious.
I know I have what it takes.
Do you have experience in computer modeling and animation?
No.
Do you know how to program computers?
No.
Then what can you do?
I have an idea for a game.
You cannot just tell people you have a game idea and expect to get a job in the industry as a game designer.
But my idea is great.
What is your idea?
I can't tell you. You might steal it.
You cannot just expect someone to hire you because you say you have a good idea. Besides, everyone has game ideas. Nobody cares about yours.
My idea is unique.
Well, tell me a little about your idea.
Okay, it's set in the year 2324. Humans have discovered an alien artifact on the planet Xylon. When scientists activate the artifact, it releases a strange field that begins to turn everyone in the colony into monsters. Only a top secret, genetically enhanced.
Okay, stop. First of all, that is not a game idea. It is only a story. Second of all, that is the most unoriginal story ever.
But I haven't told you about the zombies. Or how the player is actually a ninja who was cryogenically frozen by aliens in the 12th century. Or how you need to hack into computer systems too.
Now you are just taking an unoriginal idea and mixing it with other unoriginal ideas. That is not original. And it is still only a story.
It will be a first-person shooter, except you have a gun that changes gravity.
How do you know that that will be fun?
The artificial intelligence will be better than any game on the market. It will use neural networks.
Do you actually know what that means, or are you just using a buzzword you heard?
You will be able to make time run backwards. And it will be an MMORPG.
That is not even feasible.
I'll start at the bottom. I'm willing to learn.
What were you good at in school?
I don't know. I got D's in all my classes. I spent all my time playing video games.
So you are good at games?
Yes. I once played StarCraft for 32 hours straight. My kidneys almost shut down.
Perhaps you could be a tester.
That would be so awesome. I could play games all day, and then give the designers ideas on how to make them better.
You would not be playing games. You would be playing only one game.
I don't mind.
And you wouldn't be giving the designers ideas. You'd only be looking for programming bugs.
I don't mind.
You will play the same level over and over, day after day, until you hate the sight of it.
I don't mind. I want to be a part of the team.
The programmers will despise you for finding their bugs. Each time they fix a bug, they will make new bugs, and you will have to keep playing the game around the clock to find them. Your eyeballs will bleed and you will hate the game with all your heart.
Nothing can take away my love of video games.
You will not even be testing a good game. You will be testing Barbie's Undersea Adventure. You will be paid less than a McDonald's employee. You will work in a cubicle. No one will talk to you.
I know I will be a great game designer. I will pay my dues, then climb the ladder.
It might not be as easy as you think it is.
I'll work at a great company, like Rockstar. I'll learn from the best, then fulfill my dream of becoming a video game designer.
Do you have any idea how many people it took to make Grand Theft Auto 4? You will be one of 1,000 developers at a company that everyone wants to work at. If you are an artist, you will toil away painting hubcap textures. If you are a programmer, your job will be to write the code that models the lint on the game characters' shirts.
Then I will join a small startup,
where you have minimal funding and will have to work your asses off even harder than at a big company. Because no publisher will take a chance on an original property from an unproven studio, you will be forced to make SpongeBob SquarePants titles. Most small companies don't last long.
I want to work in the video game industry.
What do you like to do outside of work?
I like playing video games.
So, you plan to spend 12 hours a day staring at a video game, then come home and play more video games.
Yes.
Do you plan on having friends?
I will be friends with my co-workers. We are all gamers.
Do you plan on having a girlfriend?
Yes, of course. I will meet a girl gamer.
Even though most of the people you hang out with are other single, male gamers? That sounds like a great plan.
Video games are my passion.
Will this be true when you're 35? Will you still care as much about dark elves and space marines? What if you have a family and want to spend more time with them?
I'm sure my boss will understand.
Your boss will want the game shipped before Christmas. Everyone else on your team will be working until midnight.
I will be a valuable game designer.
Your boss will receive 15 applications a day from people who think the game industry is an incredibly fun place to work, like you do now.
I don't care. People will respect my creativity.
Even if you do become a veteran game developer, nobody will care about your creativity unless you are one of the 10 best designers in the industry. Publishers will want to make games based on licenses and franchises, because those are what sells. Even when they are completely stale. Why do you think there are still Super Mario Bros. Games, even though the first one came out before you were born?
But I want to work in the video game industry.
Very well, then. Here is your controller. You will find your cubicle in the basement. The Mountain Dew dispenser is on the right. The Frito bin is down the hall.